All right, guys. Now the injuries we have for now: Fred Warner obviously had his ankle, didn't return, and D-Rob had an oblique. He did return. Go ahead. Dislocated. I think it broke too, so we'll end up having surgery. Yeah. I mean, it's big. I mean, anytime you lose one of your best players, also a huge leader. So, obviously a huge blow. Feel bad for Fred right now. He was in good spirits, though. He's got a good foundation, and but got a lot of faith in Tatum, and he's the next man up, and he's going to have to do it throughout the year. Just intense competitive conversation between two people, and at the end of the second quarter, but we were good.
The interceptions back through the start game and finish trying to the offense started throughout the game.
I thought Mac did a pretty good job. I thought that last turnover, the last pick was a tough one. On the first one on the game, we were hot on a blitz, and we didn't get the right side adjustment. He's got to throw that, and we had a bust on the route. I don't put that one on him. Thought he did some good things today, but nothing on him. It was on everyone collectively. Made too many mistakes offensively, defensively. Just not good enough. When we were down 8, just thought we needed a touchdown and a 2-point to even tie it up, and didn't think there'd be enough time there to get another deal and to stop them. Sorry, I missed the beginning. I mean, it's an NFL game. You got to move on. I'm sure they're crushed for him, and everyone, not just the linebackers, but everyone on our team feels for Fred. But that's football. You saw how emotional everyone was when they saw him down on both sides. But once that's over, everyone's got a job to do, and you got to finish it off, and everyone does that, and then you deal with that stuff after the game. What's the exact question?
Jauan Jennings.
Yeah. Yeah, bad ankle, some issues with his ribs. Hasn't had some full-speed practices. I was pumped that he was able to go today, but now he's struggling to go every week right now.
Is Fred in the locker room still? Or?
Yeah, he was in the locker room. Yeah. No, we all just talked to him now. He talked to the team for a little bit when broke us down. But yeah, nothing at halftime. It is what it is. Of course, everyone knows it's difficult. So when you lose your better players and stuff and your leaders, it's tough. It's huge with Nick, obviously huge with Fred. Hopefully we'll get Kittle back here and some of the other guys. But that's going to give opportunities to other guys, and these are moments guys got to step it up. And I'm glad that we played some decent football to put us in this position, at least with a record, and we got to find a way to get better everywhere else throughout this year.
What did you see in reference to that shot catch line where
The one open down the sideline, we had a bust on the motion. Someone dropped him, and that's why he was all alone.
What about the touchdown down the middle of the field?
Down the middle, single safety. Baker looked him off and threw a post, and shouldn't be able to give up a post and single safety. And our middle third guy got out of position. Baker made a hell of a play.
Yeah, I feel good. Obviously didn't play my best today, and just proud that we went out there and fought. And it's early in the year, and everyone's dealing with stuff, so feel good. Just want to get out there and get back at practice so I can work on some things. Yeah, for sure. Prayers to Fred and his family and everything. I'm not sure exactly what happened, but obviously looked pretty bad. And Fred's just our team captain, and he's been the leader of this team for a long time. So really all you can do is just pray for him and know that we have his back. I was disappointed that I didn't play better for him today. You really sometimes that can create good play, and it didn't today. So really just praying for him, and I know he's going to do a great job getting back.
On the first interception, looked like a miscommunication.
Yeah, it's a heavy pressure team, so we have to just be more keyed in together. And KB and I, we have great connection, and we just weren't on the same page on that one. So it's on me, but honestly, like, we kept playing, so it is what it is, and it just sucks that it was on our side of the red zone, or their side of the red zone, so they scored quick, so it puts a lot of stress on the defense. But I mean, really just got to watch the tape and learn from it, and they had a good play called against our play. It is what it is. Yeah, I mean, to be honest, just we had a chance at the end, and that's what it comes down to in the NFL. And it didn't go our way today, but it just wasn't our day. And honestly, it's early in the year. We're not a bad football team, and we just need to flip the switch and get ready for next week and get some guys back and be positive about it, honestly.
You came in with some injuries.
Yeah.
How are you coming out of it?
Good. Nothing serious. And like I said, everyone's dealing with stuff, and I just really want to get back out there at practice and see what I can do better and really just get ready for next week. Yeah, exactly. I mean, he didn't have to play in this game, and he chose to, and he fought through some stuff, and he's a fighter, and that's the DNA of our team is his personality. So really love him. He did a good job, and like I said, we just missed on a few things, but it wasn't our day, and hopefully we have a lot of good days ahead. I don't know. I'll have to watch it. I mean, I've gone against Todd Bowles a few times, and whether it's preseason or a really big game, he's going to bring a different play on every play. So they did a good job. They had our number today, but like I said, there was a lot of things that we could have done better. I could have done better to not be in this situation. So he's a good coach, and just got to give credit where credit's due.
Yeah, I mean, it's just heartbreaking. I mean, it's such a weird game when you have to see somebody like that, and what happened with Bosa, earlier in the year, and then just have to continue to play. It's kind of a weird deal, but it's heartbreaking. He's one of the best players I've ever played with, and one of the best leaders I've ever played with, and so, it's heartbreaking. I think I don't know. I think we'll have to look at that tape. I'm always my biggest critic, and so we'll see if it was a successful game or not. But I think there's probably some plays that I maybe want back, but I don't know. I mean, I think, look, I work really hard, but at the end of the day, every time I'm able to step on that field, I'm very grateful. I thank God for it, because sometimes, when you're able to play, it's a blessing. It really is. I don't take it for granted.
Christian, are you encouraged by the fact that you guys are going to get some key offensive guys back pretty soon?
Yeah, absolutely. I think that's huge. Just having more depth and having some guys come back with fresh energy, it's a big deal.
Just lose Fred right off the bat. I mean, what did that do to you guys as a team to see that?
Devastating. Fred came and talked to us after the game. Lifted us up, next man mentality, just trying to have his back. I was personally nauseous. I had to take some nauseous medicine. It just made me sick to my stomach.
What was his message to the team?
Next man up, next man mentality. We got to still drive the boat. The captain's going to lead the way, and everybody else is going to just step up.
Jauan, what was what happened between you and Kyle at the end of the first half there? What was the dialogue back and forth about?
Oh, man, you had to ask him. Probably, you had to ask him.
What's it go on? Trying to play through injuries and can only do so much.
Playing with injuries is just something. It's a part of it. Got high, low ankle sprains. You got shoulders. 20%. You got ribs, 5 broken ribs. It is what it is. You keep playing, and nobody cares. You keep playing. That's what we do.
That's right now. You've got 5 broken ribs?
Yeah, I got 5 broken ribs.
Is your plan to just
Oh yeah, it's football. I love pain. I wouldn't be playing this sport if I didn't. It's part of it, man. You gotta enjoy every little thing that comes with it, and pain is one of those.
Was that in the LA game that you broke those ribs?
Jaguars.
The Jags game.
Yes, sir.
Thanks.
John, you said you were nauseous.
it because you saw Fred's injury or
Just losing Fred, you know, like, it's one of the guys, you know, that I basically look up to, you know. He's been one of the guys who's led this team, you know, year in and year out, you know, and just his words of encouragement before every game, you know, man, and just know how much that guy loves the game, you know, it's very sad, and it makes me sick to my stomach.
Jauan, just the third way you mentioned Roby for spring training, something both of you?
Got both.
And you got guys coming back. So is that something to look forward to? Is that a positive?
Yeah. I mean, we got, you know, some really good players that we look to get back. You know, that can only help. So, yeah, hopefully we can get some more, you know, weapons in the fold. But you know, I think we had enough to win the game.
What was it like? I guess Fred addressed everybody after the game.
Yeah.
Can you give us the
I was getting the IV.
Okay. When everybody sees him go off, and you've seen George get hurt and get hurt this year, what does that do to you guys?
It's heartbreaking, especially, I mean, Fred is, not only is he one of the best linebackers to ever play the game, but he's the heart and soul of this team, not just heart and soul of this defense. So, you know, it's one thing to see somebody go down and go to the blue 10 and there nobody really knows what's going on. And, you know, when you see a guy that's injured like that, it's really like a gut punch, you know, and it truly is really hard to continue the intensity and, you know, and playing that game like that never happened.
That's something that after how many years you've been in the league that you just don't get used to?
Yeah, you never get used to that. I mean, you see, you know, one of your really good friends, a guy you got genuine love for, you see him, you know, having to get carted off, it's an emotional experience.
Shanahan said that he seemed in good spirits though.
Yeah, that's Fred though, man. Fred will never let you see him down. You know, like you said, even in the midst of what he's going through, he wanted to address the team. You know, it's just he's that type of guy. You know, so I just continue to pray for him, and hopefully, you know, he has a speedy recovery.
After Mac's second interception there late in the game, just intensity boil out. What happened?
Oh yeah, just no, just talking trash, frustrated. You know, just mixing it up, nothing harmful.
I know it's hard to find positives after a game like this and what happened with Fred, but to get the first rushing score out of the way, what was that like for this unit?
I don't think about this shit. I don't know. I never think about rushing, scoring, and nothing. I look at the score at the end of the game, and you know, hopefully we on top. But I don't pay attention to it.
It seemed like you were talking through some things with Juan. Seemed to have some good exchanges with Kyle toward the end of the first half. You guys were like walking up to the locker room at halftime. What were you kind of helping them with?
Oh no, it wasn't that serious. I think I was probably just rapping my favorite song to him.
That's good. Was Fred playing at the highest, but you know, he plays a high level anyway. Was this, you know, people were talking about him as Defensive Player of the Year, early candidate this year.
Yeah. I mean, it seems like it's every year. You know, like I said, he's one of the best linebackers to ever play the game, not just today in the whole history of our league. So it's never easy watching your general go down like that.
He's got his base in the right place. You know, he knows what's important to him, and he'll be just fine.
I was just asking how much you described that injury, but it was immediately obvious by people's reaction. Because that was obviously very
I didn't want to look, to be honest with you. And you never want to speculate, so it's just like, it's tough. You know, it's one of those parts of the game that it's, whether it's somebody on the other team, your own guy, or it's just hard. That's kind of what comes with these games.
I guess what did you try to, did you get the green dot?
Yes.
And so you were doing that all through the preseason, so were you prepared to do all this?
Yeah, I'm always prepared. I prepare like I'm a starter just for reasons like this. You know, Fred getting hurt was unfortunate, but this is why you prepare.
Can you give us an idea of what he said to the team in here afterwards?
Man, you know, he just said everybody knows he's hurt and he just wants to support us, and he got our back the same way we got his, and we're a 4-2 team now, and
we just got to do better.
How impressive is it that he still has a positive attitude, a positive outlook on it?
Yeah, Fred's the heart of this team, so we kind of we knew he was going to say something and make sure to cheer us up a little bit. But, we just got to get the job done, even if he's in or not in. So, yeah.
You obviously don't have a lot of time to think about it because you got to go in and start playing in the moment. Does it hit you harder? Is it a little different after the game and you have a chance to sit back and say?
No, like I said before, you prepare as a starter for reasons like this. Fred getting hurt was unfortunate, but this is why we all professionals and we all got a job to do.
How was Dia communicating through everything?
Me and D, we like brothers, so we got that chemistry a little bit. He tapped me on the head and told me he got my back, and I got his, and we just go out there and hunt.
Well, what was your reaction when you saw Fred go down?
My honest reaction was I was hurt. Just to see a guy, one of our captains, our leaders, go down with an injury like that. Just the guy coming, work every day, ready to work. One of the most intensive players on the team. A natural-born leader, I would say.
How do you feel his absence impacted the defense the rest of the game?
With a guy like that, a very special player, it's kind of tough to replace. But, the mindset going to always be, the next man up. So, just in his words, we got to keep fighting and keep scratching, because nobody going to lay down for us. So that's just, what it is.
You've talked a lot about you as a leader, being more of a leader. Without Nick, without Fred, you're kind of the last of the three guys who started for his last. Does that take on even more importance now, do you think?
That was kind of my goal this season, just to be a leader. Obviously, Pro Bowl, All-Pro, and all that stuff. But, one of my goals was to be a leader, and, I'm in a bigger spotlight now, now that Fred is down, Bosa is down, so, I got to be, that guy.
You said that in Fred's words, you got to keep fighting. That's what he said to you guys after the game when he talked about it?
Yeah, just to sum it up, just next man up. Don't worry about him. He gonna be back and stronger than ever. But just keep fighting for him.
When he was going off on the cart, he seemed like he was still encouraging you guys and everything. What was that like? What did he say when everybody kind of went up to him there?
Just keep going. Keep fighting. Don't give up. The game's still close. The game is still we still able to win the game. So just keep fighting.
How was Deommodore Lenoir out there? He was one of those hitting for that.
Oh yeah, he was doing good. He did as much as he could. With him not being able to play position, because obviously Fred is there, just to come in and just plug and play. I felt like he did pretty good.
What made their offense so effective today?
Really, they just took advantage of where one of our guys was missing, and they made some great plays and they capitalized.
Definitely got eased into it today, and I'm just glad I got my feet wet today, and just long journey, and I'm just blessed to be out there and back in the field.
What do you think of Fred's message to you guys after the game?
It was definitely something that we needed. I felt like you lose a leader like that, you can see the energy just kind of wither, and him just being good spirits about it, and knowing I've been in that situation before, it's definitely promising. It's definitely helps us keep a level head, and everything we want is still right in front of us. So our leader still being able to lead like that, even though he's not on the field, and it's great for us. It's great for our team. So.
What did you think Baker did well today?
He's a fighter. That long third down he got, that just shows that's Baker's game. For sure, he's a great pocket passer. He make all the throws, but he's a competitor, and you saw it on full display today. So definitely give him props for that.
Does not having Fred out there, how much does it impact the communication between you and the rest of the guys?
It definitely has an impact for sure. He's the captain of our ship, so now everybody has to do their 111 to step up, next man up, and I think that everyone's capable of doing that. So we just got to do that much more.
How did you feel like the secondary played today?
I definitely feel like we could have done better. There was just some miscues that we're going to clean up, and we all just got to be able to play off each other. It's all fixable things, so I'm not too worried about it. We got all the guys that we need that are able to, make the right plays, make the right checks, able to play sound NFL football. So we got all the right guys. We just got to fine-tune the details.
Is part of it new guys coming in, coming out?
I wouldn't say all that. I think it's just, people just got to be locked in every play. And you can see if you're not, NFL's too good, they're going to pick on us. So just everybody got to just be sound on their communication and sound on, they're 111. Everybody got to do their job. So
that wide receiver room is obviously very deep. Is it almost tougher because some of them were not unknown, but there's less film on them for you guys to study?
Not necessarily. I mean, we got enough game film on them to kind of get a tell on like what they're going to do. So I don't think it was literally anything that they did in particular. I think there was just a lot of things that we got to correct. Credit to them, they're a great team, but I think if we're on it, and I think I'll take our guys against anybody.
I just knew right away.
What kind of happened there? It looked like you were engaged with someone there and you got rolled in there or something.
I made the tackle. I made the tackle on the back, and I got to see the play. I got to see how it all filled out. I don't know how exactly. I haven't seen it yet, how exactly it all unfolded. But I made the tackle, and I heard Fred, and I kind of knew right then and there what happened. Well, not exactly what happened, but he was hurt, and it was tough, man. It was tough.
Was it you heard him? You heard him?
No, I don't think I heard him. I hope not. I haven't seen it.
I'm sure it all happened really fast.
Yeah, man, bro. Hurting, bro. We hurt, bro. We heard about that. That's our guy, man. That's our leader. He does a hell of a job leading us, and he's still strong. He's good. He's in a great mental space. He's strong, man. He's gonna be all right.
Right now, what are the emotions that you're going through just right now?
Man, I feel for him, bro. That's like I told y'all, that's like my big brother, man. Whenever I step out on that field, man, me and Fred, bro, we got like a certain kind of vibe, and I love that, so whenever he ain't out there, not seeing him throughout the week out there at practice, I gotta pick it up, man, because I know the energy he brings, the leadership he brings, so I'm kind of, take it on my shoulders to try to, keep his spirit out there, keep his energy out there, and try to, he ain't got a place for it, but try to, have his spirit out there.
What was Kyle's message to you guys?
It was short. We gotta do our job. Simple as that. Short message.
Jay, there are two guys you can't replace. One you can't replace. Where do you, obviously, you have all the NFL players still, but I mean, does it feel like daunting, as you get the rest of the season with those two guys?
Man, bro, we lost those two guys, like you said, we can't replace, bro. So, man, it's definitely draining, bro. It's like when we're all out there together, man, you can feel it, And when one person's not out there, you can feel it, Now with both of them not out there, it's even more, daunting. So, yeah, man, it's tough.
Alex said that you would take your guys against anybody any day.
Still.
Yeah, and he said that there's just some small things that you need to clean up. That's how they got took advantage of. Small mistakes that they took advantage of today.
Of the defense? Yeah, we got to do better, man. We got to just do our job, We still, even without Fred, his leadership still lingers, and we just got to do our jobs and work together as a team. It's not the team with the best players win, it's the team with the best team that can work together that wins. So even though we lost our best guys, the strongest team still wins in football. You need 11 guys to win. So I feel like we could have still went out there and did it without those guys. We just got to, get back on the details and execute our jobs.